Okay, back at it again with my favorite schizophrenic video where I listen to myself talk to myself. Basically, at the end of every year, I make like a video to my future self that I watch the next year. I'm making this really, really late. It's like January 8th when I'm recording this. I usually make these on Christmas or like New Year's. I'm excited. I'm very excited to see. Let me pull it up real quick. It's going to be a really long video, but I mean, it doesn't really matter because 25 views. Who is watching this, bro? I'm gonna try to guess what I'm gonna say before I start. But I remember probably talked about my Spotify Wrapped. I probably talked about photo shoots that I was planning on doing because I always have these like ideas, and it's like if they stay in my head for like longer than a few months, then I know it's like okay, probably something that I should do. So I'm guessing I talked about something like that. This was freshman spring to sophomore fall. So, I rushed. I don't know. I don't really remember what happened. So, I am excited. 25 views though, and this is oh my god, my roommate saw this. I see my iPhone my iPhone 6 in the corner. Okay, I think did I start using that? I don't remember when I got this, but this is Matisse's old phone. It's my roommate's old phone, and I wanted to start experimenting with using two phones. So, I think maybe I talk about that I guess.
Okay. Hi, me
Hi.
again. Or if you're,
Should I speed this up? I'm gonna speed this up a little bit.
this is the second time that I'm doing this. This is the year-long
2024. Okay.
recap video of 2024 that will be released in 25. So today is December 26th. I was gonna do this yesterday, but I procrastinated, so
Christmas.
doing it this morning. So day after Christmas, 2024, and this should hopefully be coming out on December 25th, 2025. Which
Okay.
is kind of crazy. All day yesterday, I went through all my journal entries for 2024.
I just
so
did that.
like I journal once a week plus once a month. So that's 52 plus 12, 64, plus some daily journals if something crazy happens.
Yeah.
So let's just say roughly.
I did that too, and then it got really really busy, so I stopped doing the weeklies. I feel bad. Like I don't have journal entries from October through December. I wrote down the main things that happened for the end of this year, but that was so bad. This year was so tough. But I'll talk about that obviously in the next one.
70 journal entries, and I just combed through everything that I thought was notable this year.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy year, very very crazy year. It's been a good year. I feel like it
Okay.
always should be a good year. In 2023,
I agree.
I just like yesterday I just watched my other video that I released after a year, and I said that like there's no way I'm gonna top 2023.
Yeah,
And
sure,
honestly, I feel
sure.
like I'm not gonna top 2023 for like at least like 5 years. That's crazy.
No,
Like,
okay. I was thinking 2027 might be it if I get into med school, and then I just like do the same exact thing that I did in 2023. So you never know.
I had like 8 months. I had like from January to August to do like whatever I want. 'Cause,
True.
like I got into college and
True.
I was just exploring hobbies. I was hanging out with friends. So there's no way I'm gonna top 2023 in terms of experiences and like fun and all that stuff and like creative growth. But I will say 2024, I learned so much, experienced like met so many people, learned like
Yeah.
insane amount of things. I feel like I grew a lot. Not
Grew a
physically.
lot.
That doesn't happen anymore.
Oh yeah.
Talking about like emotional maturity or like how to study and like
Okay.
managing my time and like everything like that.
Did I
So
start Anki
2024
this
was
year?
huge, huge for that. Last year's recording was 42 minutes long, and I don't see where I see the recording. Okay, still
48.
not used
This
to
one's gonna be
OBS,
worse.
which is kind of sad. But yeah, last year's recording was 42 minutes long, and I was like, shit. Okay, we'll see what happens this year because I have a lot. I'm like looking through these notes, but I'll try to like go a little quick. We're gonna break this down into overarching big things, and then we're gonna kind of go by time. So we have like winter break, freshman spring, spring break, summer, sophomore, fall, and then current day.
Oh.
So starting off with overarching, we have like the videos. You know, that's always the big one, right? So, you released a reel / YouTube short / TikTok once a week every Friday,
Crazy.
which was
I
kind
did-
of crazy. I don't know how you did that for the back half of 2024. So not the entire 2024, but for
Okay.
the back half of 2024, starting in roughly the summer, I think.
Okay, I did the same, but I did the front half of 2025 until school killed me. But okay. Okay. That's not
You're
bad.
like, you know what? I'm just gonna do one reel a week because like I can.
Not bad.
And I want to see if I can continue that into the fall, and I did, and I continued that. Well, I mean, the last Friday of the year is soon, so I will post that, and that will be done. That will be insane. I guess I'm pretty proud of you. I will say the reels are not very high effort. Some of them
Yeah,
were very high
so
effort,
true.
but they
Very
didn't really
true.
take, for the most part, they didn't really take that much time. 3 of them went viral.
Which ones? The one with the car and Rocky. Was it the Taylor Swift one with Gabe? And it wasn't the Netflix one. That one had to be 23. I don't know. Oh, the pool. The pool. Oh, no way. That one was so dumb.
How? I will never understand
Yeah, I don't know
the
either.
algorithm or whatever. So you had one that got like 220,000
Oh, okay,
views.
cool.
I wanna say
I
maybe.
edited this.
That was the one you
I
made with
should- hold
Gabe.
on, wait, let me move myself. Okay.
Summer
I
singing
remember that
Taylor
one.
Swift. That was like the lowest. The second lowest was the one you made at Vincent's house at the
It
pool
is this
table,
one.
where you're
Oh
like, you're
my
either good at
God.
pool or good looking or something like that. And that one had like 3 million views. That was insane because I literally made that in 15 minutes, where I was
Between
waiting
Fortnite
for
games.
Fortnite to update on my
Oh
laptop.
my
I'm like, all right,
God.
cool, I'll just record a reel and I'll come back. That somehow got 3 million views. The third one that also went crazy, I think it was like 15 million views. That's like a new record. That was the one you made with Rocky.
That was fun. That was
like
fun.
where you have the water cups and there's like the voiceover. Once again, don't know how that one did so well. Like it was crazy. I was actually about to not post that one. Like I was
Yeah.
when I was making the
I
one with Rocky. I don't know if you
remember.
remember this, but I was like
I
hanging out
didn't
with
wanna
Rocky. I'm
make
like,
it.
which one do you want to make? I have like this idea. I have like this idea. I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure if I want to do this one, but there's this idea. And then he like started laughing. He's like, no, we're doing this one. I'm like, all right, that's fine. So I'm glad he did that. I'm glad he said that because that one went like so viral. That was crazy. But speaking of Instagram, it wasn't just the videos that you made. Well, you didn't make any long form videos, which is a little disappointing. Okay.
Okay, I didn't make any long form videos this year either. I'm okay with it. I'm not super pressed. I'm a little sad, obviously, but like I did make the reels for the first half. I made some videos for like school, and I also was getting killed this year. So like I'm okay taking a step back from content. Next year I do want to bring it back though, maybe in the back half, because this first half of 2026 is looking tough.
I understand you're working on the big project. I spoiled it in
Big
last
project on the big what the dude what
year's video. So yeah, I feel like and it's been another year, so I really hope
oh, is it the keyboard project?
I've done it. So I'm just gonna spoil it. It's like the world record, like the
Fuck, I didn't do it. No. That is still on my radar because I still have it, and it's actually they released like a new version that's way better. So I have that, and I'm waiting to finish my med school apps to work on it. But I still have like I could still probably type at like 120 something. With that one, not to mention like like typing normally at like 120 and then typing normally on 120 in like my other keyboard language too. But there's no okay, I'm a little disappointed. I mean, once again, I was getting killed this year. Like this year I took like a step back from a lot of things. So at least in the back half of 25. So obviously I'll go into it more deeply in my next video, which I guess won't come out for a year. But the first half, should have worked on the first half, or maybe I did. It's just not enough.
See the camcorder whatever video. Like I really hope, even if you didn't post it, like even if you ended up not making a video on it, I hope you at least hit 250. Like you have also the
I did not hit 250.
Master Switch. I hope that is super fucking cool. Like it looks super cool. I hope it works. I hope it's way more durable.
I do have it
than
though.
the camcorder.
That's the updated version of the keyboard. I have it.
But I know that's the reason why you didn't make any long form videos. So hopefully 2025 shares that a little bit. We'll see. But it wasn't just the videos that you made. Instagram reached out to you multiple times.
Yeah.
Well, I say multiple. I mean like 2 or 3
this was
for like an
second.
interview, and that was so cool that you got to like work with the Instagram UI UX team. They showed you. I think you had to sign something. It was
NDA.
probably an NDA.
Yeah.
So I guess whatever. I won't say what they did. I bet it might be out. I don't know.
It is out. It is out. It's the Edits app. Their CapCut competitor. That was so cool to work. I wonder. Do I say it in this?
I won't say it because
Okay,
I think you know what it was. And they interviewed
That's
you
cool.
and they showed you some like stuff in beta. They're like, oh, these are these things we want to make.
It was
Tell us
alpha.
what you
It
think
was
about these
alpha.
features.
It's
Like
even earlier.
blah, blah blah. Like how do you? What's your creative process like? Would this work? Would this help be helpful? Like that was like so cool. And you got paid to do that survey. It was like $150 for an hour of your time. That was so cool. That was like so cool. I would have done that shit for free. Overarching, yeah, you had a big thing that lasted. I'm not gonna talk about it because I think you know what it is.
Oh, yeah,
and
the
your
girl
was.
thing.
Yeah, you had a massive thing that started out with somebody else actually, and then you fell into the exact same thing, and it lasted longer and it was much worse. I'm not gonna talk about that. I mean, it wasn't bad, but like, yeah, I think you know what that is.
It was-
Calisthenics. Okay, so it
Let me guess. Did not learn how to handstand.
was to be honest, like you didn't really like. Actually, I can't really remember progressing a lot. Like I know that I've gotten stronger, but like in terms of balance wise, like I just cannot do the handstand.
I can do
don't
it.
know what it is.
I can
also
do the
don't
handstand.
practice that much.
I learned to do the handstand, and I learned to do the handstand push-up. Crazy. Once again, I'm not consistent with it. It would take me a few tries, but I can do it. I've done it. I've done multiple. I'm moving. I'm moving up. Not very slowly.
But like I'm like fuck it. Like I'll just do like handstand push-ups on the wall. Like that's what I did like actually right before recording this. Just for like shoulder strength and stuff like that.
Okay.
Hopefully you can do like at least a bent leg handstand. That would be nice.
Nah,
like,
I can
like,
handstand.
Easily bent leg handstand. Like bent leg handstand. Like I can do the crow pose. Hopefully. But yeah, no, calisthenics was fine. You were working out like a little bit here and there, semi regularly. Hopefully regularly. You're also swimming too. So nothing crazy.
I'm working out less than I was. Like once again, I said I took a step back from a lot of things. So I work out even less now, which kind of sucks. But whatever. I'll pick it back up. I will pick it back up in 26.
There. But okay, those are the overarching things. Going into winter break, it actually starts like January, I guess. Well, no shit, it starts January. But before school even starts, I have in my journal that you have an LMU parking ticket that you haven't paid. And if I had to guess, you still haven't paid.
Yeah, I've not paid that. Yeah, I guess they're just not coming for that. Yeah. Oh my god. I guess I'm just banned from LMU.
I wonder what happened. Like I haven't checked it. I don't know how to check it. But the car that got the parking ticket.
I
You
also
don't
don't
drive
know.
anymore. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's all
I
I'm
also
gonna
don't know
say.
how
But
to
speaking of
drive.
LMU, you did visit LMU to go see Vincent, and that was like I want to say like a kind of like a prelude to the freshman spring, and what I was feeling because I remember like our last hangout. It was like at night, and we were like chilling,
that was
just like looking over like the really beautiful view that
sentimental.
LMU has. And we
That was a
were
good
just
one.
talking, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be so honest. Like I don't know how I'm gonna handle the spring. Like I don't know. I think that pre-med always gets harder, and
That spring was, dude, that semester was so much easier than the fall. Oh my god. Like, it wasn't easy by any means, but I think the fact that I was like worried about the spring shows like how much I've grown, cuz dude, I'd kill to go back to that workload. Oh my god, that shit was so easy compared to like junior year stuff. Oh my god.
I also feel like you have to get stronger in order to match that workload. But I was like, dude, I don't know how. Like, I just gotten through freshman fall. My freshman spring, I'm gonna be taking more credits, and I mean the classes won't be harder, but I'm also gonna dial up the extracurriculars too. And I almost like I don't want to say teared up, but like I almost teared up just talking about it. And I was like, oh, dude, like I'm actually very very worried. But
I do remember feeling unprepared. I do remember that, but I made it through. I made it. Oh my god, that was so good. I made it through.
on that note, in freshman spring, you fucking killed it. Anyways, like your course load. I'm not gonna list out your entire transcript.
Nah, you
and
got an
your
A
resume.
minus in that finance class though. My friends make fun of me for getting the A's in the hard classes, and then I tank on the, like my worst grades are in the non-STEM classes. It's my Achilles heel.
But the main ones, I mean, ASL was like so chill. Like
Yeah.
you got so lucky. The professor like was like leaving that next year, so she just gave everyone an A plus. FWS was notable because it was good, because it was horrible. You got so unlucky. Like your teacher hated you so much, which I mean whatever. But I will say something that I was actually really proud of was the slideshow that you made. It was like a 50 plus
Slideshow.
presentation slideshow, and you just did it like Alex Hormozy style. You just like bam 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 bam. It was like
Yeah. Okay. So I think this was the first time I started making like slideshows like that. So it's like the style where I just go really really fast and have a ton of visuals and basically memorize the script. And that was awesome because 50 slides, 80 slides, whatever. I ended up doing two presentations this year. One was 198 slides and the other was 265 slides. But basically like the level has like increased. Like I've gotten so much better at presentations, and they're so fun. Like I love giving presentations. I've been told that maybe I should be a business major or something like that because it is so fun talking and yapping. I mean, I'm doing this, so.
it's like 10 seconds tops per slide, and you had like everything memorized down,
yeah.
and you went like you like overachieved, but you just did it for fun. Like you just did it for fun because you knew she was gonna hate it
Passion
anyway. So
project.
you're like, fuck it. If the teacher's gonna hate my presentation no matter what I say, I'm just gonna like go all out, and I'm just gonna make it like the best presentation
Do
ever.
I still have those boxes? No, I don't. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we cleaned the room. We don't have this anymore.
And that was actually the best presentation I think you've ever done to this day. Not that you do a lot of presentations at all, but that was super cool.
It gets a lot better.
That was like super cool. And then the big bad was chem, as it always is. But you didn't have any bios to deal with it because you did all your bios freshman
Stop
fall,
shaking
which
your
was like,
shit, bro.
whatever. 2080 labs, not fun. Consistent 1 a.m. every Thursday because the lab was due Friday. You were working with Audie and you were like getting help from other friends that had also.
No, the labs for Orgo Lab were worse.
You met a couple friends late at night who were also always doing their lab too. That was kind of funny. But yeah, that was not fun. I will say, I think I guess I used to be a lot smarter because I was, in my journal, I was not happy. So the average on one of our tests was a 59, and I had gotten a 79.5,
59. What was standard deviation?
which is 20.5% higher than the average. And in my journal, I said I was like disappointed. I was like, what? Like I don't score that in Orgo, like not even close, especially during the prelim. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should be a lot smarter. So maybe I should work a little harder. But overall, so much easier than freshman fall when it comes to at least the course load, like super chill.
Yeah.
But because the course load was super chill, you cranked it up to 11 when it came to the extracurriculars. So once again, I'm not gonna list everything that you did, but the biggest thing was you
Rush.
joined a frat. Did not
Yeah.
expect that in a million years.
Same.
Yeah, I remember you were so anti-Greek life when you came here, but Andrew kind of opened your eyes. These guys are not stereotypical frat guys, and it was nice to see. They're like so nice. They're like very cool to be around. It's nice to have like a home, like a home, and it's also quality of life just increases so much. Like it's so easy to like ship things. It's so easy to like store things. Like I can just
True.
go there whenever we have a
That's
chef.
true.
It's like it's so nice. And I think you just lived in the frat house for a semester, so I want to have.
I actually
a
did not.
fortnight.
I did not. We had too many people rush, and so like seniority, it's like reverse seniority. So I actually got kicked out of the house. Not like out of the fraternity, but I couldn't live in the house. So I ended up living in the apartment actually.
Which I'll talk about later because I have another stupid Fortnite thing. But no, I mean learning about the house and stuff like that, it was cool. Like honestly, it was nice to be part of like an organization that we're all like together and we're doing stuff. So chilling. The parties were fun as well. Not that you're the biggest party guy, anyways. I mean, if you go to a party, like I know you can enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean nothing crazy. I know you always prefer like more intimate, smaller hangouts where you just talk with people. But there was something kind of insane. that involve your big and a phone charger, and that's all I'll say. I don't know. I wonder if that rings any bells. But I was
It
like,
does.
okay. Now to more
It
boring stuff.
does.
Now to more,
Yeah.
on to more boring stuff. We have Anki this year.
I cannot believe
we
I
got onto
started
it a
this
little
year.
late. I don't say maybe late, but like I don't know. It's like it's so popular.
This was
on the
definitely
Connect space.
recorded
Like,
at 4 a.m. I can tell.
know like a bunch of people that started before me, like freshman fall. You got into it freshman spring, and holy shit, like how did you live without it? I don't know how you.
so
I don't know
true.
why you took all like 3 bio classes and chem freshman fall without it. Like that's
So
actually insane
true.
how you survived that. But no, like
So
Anki's been so
true.
helpful. Like I use it in the spring, I use it in the fall. I imagine you're still using it. I wouldn't
Oh,
be
yeah.
surprised if you aren't.
Uh-huh.
Or I would be surprised if you aren't, because it's so useful, and I love it too. It's one of those things where it's like you get so addicted to things. Like I know I'm a mega nerd with that stuff. I have so many like mods or add-ons for
I have even more, and oh my god, yeah.
that thing. So that's insane. I hope it's still going well. Morgan, you got onto this semester as well. So the calendar
that
app.
was this year. Yeah. Okay. Wow. So I haven't even been using it for a year, I guess. Or I guess I've been using it for a little over a year. That's crazy. Morgan's my calendar app, which is like it's like Google Calendar, like on steroids, which is really nice. There's just a lot of quality of life updates there. Wow.
Yeah, you totally revamped how you did your calendar as well, and like, it's great. I think you have, as of right now, I have 12 calendars that I manage.
As of right now, I think I have like 19 or like 20. So yeah.
That's insane. Yeah, I mean, which is like stupid, like, cause yeah, everyone in the frat also makes fun of you for doing that, which totally
Understandable.
justified. But yeah, you got a bunch of like organization. Definitely took a step up with Morgan. Super helpful. I love that. But now to more fun stuff. You snuck a poster in Matisse's luggage. Okay, that was so cool. So
Oh, it was his birthday, and I got him a poster, and I think he was leaving for like spring break or February break or something, and I think it was like I was gonna try to sneak it into his luggage after he like fell asleep or something, or I was gonna try to do it before he got home, but he was home when I was home, and I was like, oh, I didn't know when I was gonna get my chance, and then he had to get up and use the bathroom, and as soon as he used the bathroom, I was like, oh, like I like ran to his legs or something like that. Okay, was it that?
I'm actually gonna tell. Maybe I will tell the story. It was his birthday, right before February break, right? And you got him like a poster of
One
what's the
Piece.
anime called? Like One Piece, right? His birthday's like over February break or something like that. So I want to sneak this into his duffel bag that he's taking home. So I was like, all right, well, how the fuck are you gonna sneak it in if he's like packing, right? So literally the night before he was gonna leave for his flight or his bus or whatever, you're like, oh shit, like maybe I'll just like stay up late as he goes to bed and then I'll sneak in his luggage. But like right before you both went to bed at like 10, he was like, you know what, I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'm like, okay, chill. So he goes, as soon as he leaves the room to go pee, you're like, and you just like, you like get out of bed, you like grab the poster from like a hidden drawer that you had and you like stuff it under like his clothes in his duffel bag that he packed, and you run back into bed and you're falling asleep. And then like when it's his birthday and you text him, you're like, hey, you might want to check your duffel bag, because I guess for some reason he didn't unpack the first day. And he's like, holy shit, I just sneak this in. So that was so cool. That was like a cute little moment, I think.
That was cool. That was very
Squad
cool.
Busters,
I remember
very small thing, but like that was a phase. That was a phase for.
Can't believe that came out. I don't remember playing that. I mean, I remember playing that, but like now that doesn't even cross my mind. That's crazy. Yeah, little fad. Am I gonna mention egg? Oh, I'm gonna mention egg. I'm definitely mentioning it.
A little bit. It was fun. It was really fun. But then
definitely gonna mention that.
in it being in like a beta, I feel like I really was able to see is like, okay, the reason why I don't play these games is because like they're fun, like they're so fun, but it's
Infinite.
because they keep adding things that you have to keep chasing, and it's like, okay, like I don't want to keep playing this forever. Like I like the games where like I can like finish it. So like this one, it's just feel like I'm always playing catch up. So like okay, but no, that was fun. That was really fun. I remember you really wanted it, so you like changed the location of your app store in order to, I think, to like Finland or something, because that's where the
Oh.
Supercell headquarters is, so that you could like get access to the apps, you
Okay.
could download it, and you swapped your region back to US. But yeah, it was fun while it lasted. Oh, housing. Oh, okay. So actually, 2023. I've had this plan since like November.
Oh, the Cadendigo. Oh my God. Yeah, I was so maniacal about that. Like that was
November or October of 2023,
psychotic.
and it was literally like,
Scoped it out.
oh my god. So I in the 2024 video, I was like, or I guess in the video for me at the end of 2024.
Yeah, I had a plan at the end of 2023 when I made that video. Oh my God. And then I enacted the plan and it went well. Oh my God, that's crazy. I forgot
Like, you know, I
about
have
that.
a plan, and you know, housing is in March of 2024, so I hope it goes well. It went perfectly. Like, it went perfectly. Everything, like, usually plans don't go perfectly. Like, usually plans go accordingly, but they don't go perfectly, and that plan went perfectly. You are actually so psychotic. You made that Notion spreadsheet. You spent your February break, like, manually scoping out, like, the floor plans for all the dorms that you wanted to live in, or possible dorms. You're
forgot.
psychotic, but it worked out. It worked out. Like, everything went exactly according to plan for housing. You got, like, the time slot that you wanted, the people that you wanted, the floor that you wanted, the dorm that you wanted, the room that you wanted, everything. Like, perfect. So I'm so happy with that. And I guess it's
job.
kind of bleeding into the spring, but
job.
or sophomore fall. But like, yeah, you surprised Matisse, because like literally everything went perfectly. I was like, hey, I have this massive plan, and if everything goes perfectly, specifically, I have a surprise for you. And he's like, okay, cool. But you'll have to wait until sophomore fall for me
It was
to
a
reveal
mega
surprise.
room. The
If it works
mega
out.
room.
And everything went perfectly. So I told him, like, hey, I have a surprise for you. I'll reveal it to you in August. So we'll come back to that. But that was so cool.
That was like the biggest double that Cornell has. Like, they just because of the construction of that dorm, there's one room on every floor of that dorm that is like an enlarged double, like 30% bigger than any other double that Cornell has. And I found that out from scoping out the floor plans manually. Oh my god, that's actually nuts.
We had the dance show. But if you remember, you definitely.
Wait, what dance show? Break free?
That was so cool. That was so cool. Spring break, we had the dance show.
Oh, the dance show during spring break. Okay, yeah. Cool.
But if you remember, I know you remember this. It was like a top 5 moment of your life, dude. But yeah, when you did the dance show all by yourself, you conquered that shit. But because you did that, you inspired like other people to do it as well. So the seniors,
the
after you
second
graduated,
generation.
they had a group of like 4, 5, 6 guys that also did it. And that was so cool to see. They got their own like little dance. It was like awesome to watch. Jimmy bought you flowers the first time you did it.
Yes.
And so you're like, you know what?
my
Fuck it,
God.
I'm gonna buy Jimmy
That was
flowers. This is when Jimmy got me
2024.
flowers.
That was
And
2024.
I bought Jimmy flowers like after because I knew he was gonna do it. I was so proud of him. I was so happy. And then, you know, they had their friends to do it. I didn't have anyone to do it with me.
myself down,
But I was so happy that they did it. I was so happy. It was so cool. It was so cool to see like something that I did that kind of like perpetuated like till the next year. Not to say that like, oh, if I had also bailed, maybe they would have tried it again the next year. But like, I'm just so happy. And they were happy to see me. They're like, oh my god, it's the original senior dancer. I was like, oh shit, like that was so cool. That was so cool. Summer now. Okay. We're doing summer between freshman and sophomore year. A lot of pre-med stuff, like hundreds of hours of
do any
pre-med stuff,
photo
but I
shoots?
will not talk about that.
Pre-med
The fun stuff was you stayed with Mira at her Airbnb. That was so cool. She got an internship at Paramount, I believe.
That was so fun. We used to always do sleepovers together, and this one felt like a real like another like sleepover, like running it back. So.
And she was like, all right, well, I'm gonna be in LA for like 3, 4 nights. She's like, do you want to like come over and hang out? We can like, yeah, and stuff like that. And I was like, holy shit, that'd be so cool. It's like, can I sleep over? It's like when we were little kids, like, like sleep over at our house for like the holidays. I slept over for like 2 nights and we like played we played Overcooked. That was so fun. We also,
We were so
we
bad
got
at
dinner and
that,
stuff.
by the way. Like, we were so garbage at Overcooked. Like, it's so funny. Like, she's so smart, and I'm not saying I'm smart, but like, I'm like above average, and like we were together, just like the whole is not greater than the sum of its parts. The whole is actually less than the sum of its parts by a lot.
Like that. And then during the day when she was at her internship, I would go hang out with some of my other friends from LA. I think it was like Natalie and Emily. Oh, live taping of Frasier. Yes. So she was working on the live taping of
That
Frasier.
was fun.
And I got to see that for free because of her. Your phone alarm went off during
No,
the taping,
I remember
like
that.
while they
I
were
remember
recording.
that.
It was
that
so
was so embarrassing. My phone alarm went off because I think I had like an alarm to like go to bed at like 8 p.m. because I was getting up before like this guy right here, and yeah, it went off and I got dirty looks.
because you have a sleep alarm at 6:15 p.m. Or like a get ready for bed alarm at 6:15 p.m. Everyone
Crazy.
gave you such a dirty look because it was live. But backstage, Mira was like, no, like I didn't really hear it, so it was fine. But hey, great experience. I've never done a live taping before, so it was cool. It was cool. Frasier season 2, episode 4. So I don't know if you've ever seen it. No, I haven't seen it. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't imagine that you've seen it, but maybe go watch it or something like that just to see. Your laugh might be in there. I will say it was kind of not annoying, but because they do like a bunch of takes, right?
yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay, it's like the natural audience laugh in the mic. You know, there were some people that really wanted to get like
Yeah.
their laugh in the final cut. So even after like doing the take like multiple times when it wasn't funny anymore, people would still like fake laugh. There were people would go like, ha ha ha. I was like, dude, like this, like, I don't know. But no, it was still a cool experience. Never had done that before. So there you go, another thing for 2024. You also went to Downtown Disney Resort. I don't know what it's called. It wasn't Disneyland Land, but it
With
was
the
like
swim
downtown.
boys. Oh, dude, that was so fun. That was so cool because they graduated. They're a year younger than you. I don't even remember what we did. It was just a chill, fun boys' night. That was so cool.
Disney hotel thing, and it was so fun. There's like a water park there, like a mini water park. But we also like went out to go eat. We like think something that we were like playing like poker or something like that. We were playing
Yeah,
Jackbox as well.
yeah, I remember those.
It wasn't poker. Maybe it was.
Yeah, we
poker,
did.
I don't
We
remember.
played poker.
But it was so fun.
Austin was
Just like
just
hanging out at that
Starbucks.
hotel just with the boys for a night. We also had a really late night conversation about that big thing that happened. That was fun. It was just fun.
Yeah, I think we were up till like 3 having that conversation or something crazy like that.
July 14th. You know what that is. I know you have that date
Yeah, I blocked out.
ingrained in your brain. But yeah, that is Egg Day. I hope you still play. Like, I hope you play
Yes, I don't play much. Yeah, okay.
like as much as I do. Like I just
Yes.
like launch the
Launch
ships
the
and that's
ships,
it.
yeah.
Or like I'll like do a contract. And I'll
So
just like
you just
barely do the
passively
contract.
play. You just passively play.
It's so
Except for
funny.
that
It's so
one
funny.
guy.
But yeah, I wonder how that went for you because for me at least 2024 it went well, but definitely could have done better. I didn't expect to be able to like just like keep prestiging. I was like, oh, I can do this. Like once it hit like the near 24-hour mark, I was like, oh shit, I could do this for like 4 more hours. So I was like, all right, maybe next time. I don't want to say prep more because you did a lot of prep, but like you could go for a
You
long.
think you did a lot of prep? I did way more prep, the following year, oh my god, I went psychotic. It was like I blocked out the entire day. Like I had nothing to, well, I had stuff to do, but like I blocked out that entire. I go like full gaming degen mode on that day. I guess it's kind of like a callback to when I used to play video games like for like hours, like growing up. So, but that is, oh my god.
You can step on the gas for longer. So I was not exhausted.
Yes.
But that is so funny. That's so, like, I don't play that game at all. But on that one day, I just go crazy. I think next year is 9X or something like that. Also, over the summer, you went to China. So Shanghai and Beijing.
Yes. With Vincent, he helps with.
Super cool. Super fun. Shanghai for 10 days and Beijing for 4.
That was the photo shoot.
Shanghai was more fun. Just 'cause, I mean, you were there for longer. And you also had Vincent to hang out with, right? Like, Beijing, you didn't know anybody. But that, you did so much photography there. Like, you practiced so much. It was so good.
Yes.
Well, I don't want to say so good, like I'm glazing myself. I don't mean to do that. But, like, I mean, like, it was good for your practice. You did a lot.
Practice. Yeah.
You had some, like, really good photos. I think some of the best photos
Yeah, some of the best photos you have taken. I'm thinking of like the I wonder if I put it up here or the one with the mirror one on mom's phone. Oh, that was cool.
ever taken were on that trip. Okay, so the first one that comes to mind is it's either Forbidden City or Temple of Heaven, and I don't remember which one is which. I think it's Forbidden City.
Forget
The one
about
with
the
like the
photo?
yellow gradient almost,
How
and
did I
like
forget
the
about that photo?
cloudy. Yeah,
That's
super cool. Love that
insane.
one. The other one I thought was like really underrated. So cool. Well, actually, no, the Watertown photos were amazing too. But
Yes,
the one that
I
I
was
thought
thinking
was
the top
really
one.
really
I was
underrated
thinking
was
the
the
top
the extended family photo that you took. That was so good.
That was dope.
Because you're like, okay, well, we got to do like an extended family photo on the Great Wall of China.
'Cause I'm, like,
I guess well,
right
minus Mira because she
here.
was studying. And it's like, all right, well, if I take a photo of you guys, am I gonna be in the photo? But mom has like a mirror case on her phone, so it's like, okay, I can be like in that light right there, and that was so cool.
That was
I don't know
creative.
when
That was
I
cool.
came up with
That
that,
was
but that is like so creative, super awesome how the photo came out. Also with like the muted colors and the high contrast, because like I mean the sky of Beijing is already very cloudy, right? So it's not like a photo that's gonna have like a lot of color and vibrance, right? So it's gonna be more muted colors, more like kind of serious too.
I think the green's a little too much now that I'm looking at it from like I've had a year practice. I think the blue is fine because it's more like muted, but the green's a little too much.
Found a bunch of old baby pictures on like dad's old cameras. I don't know how they never got digitized. Like as soon as I found out they weren't digitized.
I totally forgot about that. They were just like old cameras that dad had that just never got digitized.
Let me digitize all these right now with like a compact disc. I just like loaded it up and just saved all of them. So that was really nice. Part of me wants to like see if I can like outmodel my baby my baby photos, because like some of these baby.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, I have that photo shoot and idea in my head. That is another one that's like low key, like all the way.
I
back.
swear to God, I'm like actually modeling. So I want to see if I can outmodel my baby photo. I don't know if you actually ended up doing that, but like I don't know, maybe over the summer or something if you have like some time. I know you're not gonna have time over the summer, but it's just a little side project idea. Also, speaking of photos, this is the last photo related thing for the summer. You had this is like a top 10. This is like a top 5 moment of the year. The freeway photo shoot.
That was
so
this
I guess I
year?
will also kind of tell the story,
2024?
but you had a terrible idea, terrible idea.
Such a bad idea.
That
Such a bad idea.
to take
Such a
a
bad
photo
idea.
of you sitting on the ledge of a freeway. Yeah, a part of me really wants to like condemn you for that behavior, but at the exact same time, I know that I have an idea, and if I have an idea, I know you have an idea, and it involves a drone.
Oh my god, I still have that one. Okay, that one will probably be done either late 26 or mid 27. That one is in no rush to be done. But I know exactly. I cannot believe I conceived that idea that year.
And it involves a moving car. Yeah, so I wonder if you actually ended up doing that, because I've had that idea for so long. I've had that idea for so long as well. But anyways, that's the last photo thing for the summer. Two more things for the summer. They're both trips. The first one was Catalina. You went with one of your high school groups.
Catalina, that was fun.
Yeah, you'd never been to Catalina before. You're from California, and it was a little sad that you've never been to Catalina before. But there you go. Now you can check that off the bucket list. So you went jet skiing. I think that was like the main thing that you remember. Just
So
because
fun.
I don't know. There's something so
Calming.
mesmerizing, hypnotizing, just calming about just being on a jet ski. It's like open water. You can like move. You can go super fast. You can go super slow. You can just take it all in. The open sky. It's so beautiful. I could literally do all that. I don't even have to be going fast. It was so fun. I don't know what it is about jet skis, but it's so cool. Very California of you to say. But the second trip was nationals. So you went to
Nationals.
New Orleans.
Oh my god, I keep gasping. It's so cool. There's so much stuff that happens in a year, and like we're only halfway through the video. Jesus Christ. But that was really fun. That was with Sam and Zach. Okay, cool. No, that was crazy experience. Once in a
Went to
lifetime.
New Orleans for the frat convention, which is a crazy sentence I never thought I would say. You went to a frat convention, but it was like an international gathering. It was like so cool because like you are an international frat. You met people from all over the world. So many people that are so passionate and that are like so like
That's cool to
focused
see.
on like developing the
Massive
organization, like the
respect.
brotherhood. It's actually really cool. You went with Sam and you went with Zach, and it was all expenses paid too because you were like one of the better pledges, I guess. And it was amazing. It was so fun. I took some photos, had some fun. I can't remember. No, I can't say that. I'm not gonna say that. But no, it was really fun to see like everybody there and hanging out
What
with
was I
Zach and
gonna
Sam
say?
was like super fun.
I low-key feel like I should have like a director's cut version of this only for like my eyes, because there's probably something stupid that I did or some like some like super controversial take that I have, but I wasn't gonna say. Let's see if I can. There's no way.
No, I can't say that. I'm not gonna say that. But no, it was really fun to see like everybody there and hanging out with Zach and Sam was like super super fun. I got to know
At convention, I don't remember anything bad happening at convention. Huh, okay, whatever.
them a lot better too. So super chill. But now we're moving on to sophomore fall. So this is the
Brutal.
last main category, I
Wait,
guess. And the
yeah.
recording is 33
Wait,
minutes.
actually,
Oh, shit.
that was not even that hard. Wait, so what am I talking about? Sophomore spring was hard. Sophomore fall was fine. Met a ton of new friends though.
Okay. All right. So moving. So you came back early. You came back early this year. And moving was so hectic. Holy shit. So like it involved because you stored your stuff in 2 frat houses in like Axe and in Zate, and so you were running back and forth between the houses and your dorm, and
Giant
like
cart.
the house was wasn't even open yet. Like there was some.
hated
I don't know,
that.
I'm not gonna tell the whole story, but there was some. There was like a like it was locked and like you weren't allowed in because of the construction, and there was a bug in your room, and you locked yourself
Oh
out.
my god, I remember that. Yeah. Wow. Holy shit. The fucking. Yes. Okay. I remember that. I remember that was bad. I mean, it was like kind of fun just because of all the like. I remember laughing at the absurdity of this situation. Just bad thing after like stressors. Crazy.
In the first 3 hours of getting your key, it was so bad, but you survived. It was good. It was so chaotic, kind of funny. No, it was insane. Crazy day. The room, when you saw the room, that room is massive. That room is like the room's probably as big as like this room, but it was supposed to be a double, and it's like it's longer. Actually, no, the room's probably bigger than my room now, which is insane. For a double, and you have like the biggest double that Cornell offers. You have the biggest double, and you pay the same. Like it's amazing, and you're on like the 5th floor, which means you have the least amount of sound from the other like floors and stuff. So it was amazing.
I would say probably looking back, if I could choose, I would have picked the lowest floor instead of the highest floor. I picked the highest floor because it had like the least amount of sound. It's not sandwiched by the upper and lower floors, but my apartment actually has like thin walls, and then like I could hear people, but you just get like a white noise maker or like earplugs, and it's fine. So I think I overestimated like how bad it was gonna be, but still, the plan went perfectly.
Amazing. You actually ended up surprising Matisse. So this is jumping a little bit and forward in time, but I remember you were texting him. You're like, "Hey, Matisse, I want you to text me when you move in, and I want you to FaceTime me right when you're about to open the door." And he thought there was something wrong with the room. So he's like, "Oh shit, is there something bad?" And I'm like, "Do you remember when I said that I have a surprise for you? Like in March. Like if everything goes according to plan, if we get everything that we want from housing, then I'll have a surprise for you." And he's like, "Okay, yeah, what's up?" So he opens the suite door, and he's right in front of the room door. And I'm like, "Okay." And like, I have him on FaceTime. And I literally recorded the FaceTime. But for some reason, when you record the FaceTime, it loses the audio, which I think is stupid. But I'm like, "Okay, you ready?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I want you to imagine our double in Who's She, our freshman year." He's like, "Okay." I'm like, "All right."
Oh, is
That's
this
the
when it
size of
came
a
off
normal
my
double.
perm?
Now I want you to
Like, yeah, my hair's a little wavy. Okay, I remember that. I was low-key thinking about perming my hair again because washing my hair is like hella flat, but I don't care.
open the door. And he opens it and he starts running around in the room. It was so cool. Oh my god. Like I was so happy when I got to surprise him for that. So super, super wholesome. But yeah, that was beginning. That was before moving. That was before the year started because you had to come early. Also, you had to come early. You went and finished up that giant thing that happened earlier in the year. You got a new bike. Thank God. Thank fucking God. Because the first bike was like that.
That bike got stolen. Oh my god, that fucking sucked. Well, I guess I had it for a year then. If I got it sophomore fall, but yeah, dude, it got stolen after a year. That sucks. But no, it was a great
Tween bike. It was like a tween bike, dude. That broke
Yeah.
like I want to say like near 10 times. You had to take it to the bike shop. So you're like, you know what? Let's just get a real bike, and then have to fix it like 0 times. So I've taken that bike to the bike shop once, and it was only to get snow tires. So it's not because anything was wrong with it. I'm praying to God that your bike has not had problems. It's the same one,
It's gone. Ugh.
or it hasn't gotten stolen. That would be bad because I know like
I got stolen. Fuck. Some of these things age so well, and some of these things age so poorly. I guess that's just like the consequence of making these videos. Honestly, it's all in good fun, and that was totally my fault too. Like I locked it, that was fine, but like the AirTag died, and if I had replaced the dead AirTag, then like it would have been fine. Like I would have been able to track it and call the cops, and they would have retrieved it because that's happened before to other people that have trackers on their bikes. Fuck.
bikes have gotten stolen. But no, I mean, it's amazing for orientation because you're an orientation leader and you came back early. You met a bunch of orientation leaders. You made some friends there. You hung out with a lot of the RAs as well. Made some awesome friends there. And then of course you met like a bunch of fresh.
Yes, I mainly met a lot of transfers because we would be the same year. I was a sophomore and they were sophomore transfers. So.
Transfers who are super super cool. I hope you're still friends with them.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are amazing.
Very cool.
The events were fun. The events as an orientation leader were fun. I may or may not have gotten some bears. But
yeah,
I wonder
that
if
was
you
fun.
were also an orientation leader this.
I I got maybe not have gotten some bears. That was fun. Am I saying about the orientation leader again?
Year, because I got a job. I actually got an email from one of the people. They were like,
Yes.
"Hey,
I got
we want
promoted.
you to be considered for like a summer job where you manage the orientation leaders or something like that." I was like, "Oh shit!" Like that's
They liked me as an orientation leader, so I got promoted to actually managing the orientation leaders, which is really cool. It kind of sucks that I didn't get to meet as many like new people this year, like the new freshmen or whatever. But I got to meet a lot of the orientation leaders, and that was cool.
over the summer. So that is also actually something else that I might have to talk about. But of course, you know, you're there for school, right? And so the course load was tough. Oh, I forgot to mention this for freshman spring. Okay, hold on. Just reminded me because I said that course load freshman spring was tough, and it was. I was like kind of stressing a little bit. I have in my journal February 4th to February 10th, the week review. I wrote like this has probably been one of my hardest weeks, and it's because I had club apps and like frat stuff and like I don't know, like some other extracurricular. And I was like, and I'm looking back at this now, I'm like, that shit is so easy. Like obviously like comparatively to what I had to deal with in the
you
fall.
grow. That's
oh
good.
my god,
That's good.
insane. But I
good.
mean, it's like you know,
It
you
means you
like I
grow.
said before, like you grow, like you get
get
stronger,
stronger,
like you
yeah.
get smarter, you get better at managing your time because it only gets harder. It only gets harder for pre-med. But it's kind of nice to see like not it's nice to see that I was struggling, but it's nice to see that like hey, I can look back on this and say like oh that was so easy. I could definitely do that
You
now.
made it out. You got
I
better.
cannot believe I was like complaining so much. Or not complaining, but it's like so sad. I was like I was so worried. But yeah, coming from fall sophomore year, that was so hard, so hard for me. I hope it's easier for you compared to you. But like you did orgo and physics and orgo lab all together. Those are like big three heavy hitters.
Yeah, this is in the fall. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it got worse in the spring.
Physics. Or sorry, let's just in general like. Plus, you had Chinese as well. 6 credit language class. Jesus Christ. No, that was a really tough semester. Somehow you walked out of it with a like 4.0 or actually technically above a 4.0. That's insane. Like that's actually
Okay. For that semester, did I got a okay.
insane. I did not expect that. Like I didn't know that would happen until like,
I did not expect you to GPA drop. I mean, I guess if it's after a year, like that's fine.
actually 2 days ago because like orgo you did so much worse this year
That's
like on the prelims.
true. That is true.
You did like barely above average for all 3, and I remember after that 3rd prelim you got that score back, you're like despondent, you're like oh my god, like it's over,
my
like
God,
you know.
yeah, I was like barely above median. I was kind of over, like I can't get the A anymore because they curved to a B. But I pulled it out with the final because one of my good friends motivated me to study, bro. She's awesome. She's so awesome.
I got like a B in this class because
Hardest
you're
working-
barely above
hardest
average, right?
working
That's
friend.
what you would get, and it was all thanks to Joyce, like one of my best friend, hardest fucking pre-med worker I've met. Oh my god. But yeah, she was like, hey, you want to study for orgo together? And I was like, yeah, let's fucking do it.
It was like I think it was like 4 like 12-hour days or like 16-hour days and like a 6-hour day because the exam was in the afternoon or something. We were just going.
And I was still in the mindset where I was like, yeah, it's over, this class is over. But I still studied hard because I wanted to see how much, if at all, I could salvage my grade. And so like we spent 3 straight like 16+ hour days with a lunch break, just studying orgo. Like we went through like all the reaction. We went through all the prelim 1, prelim 2, prelim 3, post prelim 3 stuff. It was insane. Like I have not worked that hard in so long, and I'm like so thankful for her like to
Crazy.
push me like that. Because it was so worth it. I mean.
Got
I
an
think
A.
I don't know if you remember how well you did on that final, but you did really well on that final.
I don't
The
remember
average
how I did.
was a 113, I think, out of
113 out of 200, so 56.
200, so 56. You got a 173.
Shit, that's pretty good.
Was nuts. But even after seeing that, I still didn't think I was gonna get an A because like obviously the final was heavily weighted, but like you had gotten like B, and then A plus I guess on the final, but like I didn't think that was enough to bring you to an A. So I was like, okay, sure, like A minus, like you know, I did well, A minus. And then I checked the transcript and I got an A. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, I was happy. I
I was like so happy.
Capital
I was
One.
so happy. I was like literally
yeah.
capital 1. Of course you were. And I kind of like had an outburst, and some people were like, "What the fuck?" But yeah, that was amazing. All thanks to her. So she's super cool. Physics, thankfully, was under my control. So that's not there's no curve, but you know exactly where you stand in that class, and you can
Sebastian
retake tests,
helped
which
you.
is so
I
chill.
know
So
that.
take auto. Like I'm like I don't know why people were like, "Oh, take lectures instead of auto." Auto was so nice. Although people do say auto 2 is really bad. So we'll see.
I took auto too.
Actually, you took auto 2. So I
Yeah.
went for you. But yeah, physics went
It
really.
was so tough. I probably mentioned Sebastian, who was like basically my tutor. He was like a grad student. He helped me physics 1. He helped me in physics 2 too. So I wouldn't have survived without him.
Well, you had Sebastian carry you through that so hard, like you would not have like gotten out of that alive. Oh my god, it's 42 minutes on the recording. Okay, yeah, this one's going longer than 2023. Oh shit. Or the 2024 video.
This was 50 minutes on the recording. Although I did do some stuff, so I'll cut a little bit of it. But yeah. Wow.
But yeah, for physics, multiple times you got up at 5:30 a.m. to go to the frat house at 6 to have Sebastian tutor you for 5 hours. It's like from 6 to 11. And the only reason he tutored you from 6 to 11 was because you had a meeting at 11:15. So like you would have gone for longer because like you didn't understand this shit. But you went through like a whole unit like multiple times with him. He's so kind. Yeah, I bet you did that for physics too because there's no way you're getting an A in physics without him for physics. Orgo lab also tough. That's not a 2-credit class, bro. That class is so much work. It's not a 2-credit class. But you got an A. Once again, it happened right at the very end as well because you didn't do that well on prelim 1. But prelim 2 you did really well in because the week before, so the professor has like I think a total of like 5 or like 4 office hours. You saw her 6 times, and those 2 extra times were because you stalked her lecture schedule and you like asked her questions like 10 minutes before lecture. You had so many questions, you had like no idea what you were doing. But it was good, like honestly, like she kind of got to know you within like that 1 week because you just saw her for like hours. But it was good, like it was good, like you did very well. Well, I don't know if you did very well. Like I don't know if you like barely got an A or you got like an AA. But you got an A. Like proud of you for that. I did not expect that to happen at all. So also very happy for that. Chinese went well. It's just Anki. Like it's so simple. It's not easy. It's just simple though. It's like it's just flashcards.
I'm pretty sure I didn't do any of the extra practice. I did the required homework. I put all the characters, all the pinyin, all the translations into Anki, and I just ripped that every day. That's all I needed.
Every day for like 30 minutes. And I didn't even study for that. Well, I did a photo shoot right before the final instead of studying for the final. And
I remember that. Wait, because we did that photo shoot twice. Because I actually messed up on that photo shoot. The one that I'm talking about. I know exactly. Oh my gosh, yes.
30 minutes before we took the test, I started like just redrawing some characters. I got a 96. I got the second highest score in the class for the final, and I didn't study, like 96.5. And that's not a testament to me. That's a testament to like Anki and how helpful that shit is. It's so nice. Oh, I have the business class. Like I know I said I wasn't gonna go through every class and talk about it, but it's just like kind of notable because like you got below average for the first time on like an exam, and it's because you studied like 36 hours before the final after you forgot it.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. I studied 24 hours before the first exam, did well. Studied 24 hours before the second exam, did well. I'm like, all right, I can do this for the final, and then study my other classes for the final, and then I like tanked, and it dropped from my grade dropped from like an A+ to like an A-. So it's like 2 half steps. I was like, oh. So like obviously not happy with it, but like trust myself that I put the efforts into other classes, and it got me to an A, like Orgo. So.
Everything, because for the prelims you studied 24 hours before the exams, and then you got 100. So you overestimated this class, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna study 36 hours before the final, and also try to get no, you did not. Which is really embarrassing that you got below average in a business class when you're a STEM major. But I mean, you got like 2% below the average. But yeah, that's really sad. You actually fumbled in A+. Like you had a free, I don't want to say free, but like almost free A+, and you fumbled it. You fumbled it. Come on, dude. You got into a project team. Pretty cool. Oh, that's actually something to talk about too. Like I don't know if I don't know if you're on the project team still, because like.
Oh, I am on the project team. Yes, I remember. I didn't know if I was actually gonna stay on the project team because my summer plans were really up in the air, and they kind of had a requirement to stay on the team, but I told them I couldn't, so I thought they were going to kick me off, but they were really nice about it.
Right now, like the project team requires you to stay over the summer, which I don't have a problem with, but my parents do. So it's like, fuck, like I don't want to, because you might be going to China again. And then yeah, you're a TA for a class. So those guys were the kids that you TA'd for, super awesome. I hope you still talk to them, like they're amazing. Ooh, ice baths. Okay, not fun.
I did that a couple times.
Kind of ish fun. So yeah, so Sam bought an ice bath for the house because he's using it after he works out, and because you are psychotic, you're like, oh, I have to do it now because it's there. Because you had an excuse to not do an ice bath because
it wasn't there.
You didn't have an ice bath. You would just take cold showers every day, and you still do, but like here's like an actual cold immersion.
I stopped doing that. Oh my god, I need to get back on that. I stopped doing it because like I would. Oh, this was so bad. I stopped doing it late 2025. I started sleeping in my research lab, because I was getting so cooked. Like I just didn't go home. I literally like was in my research lab till like 2, 3, 4 a.m. and I would just sleep and then get up at 7 and then just go to like the library, go to class, like for 3 months. That was so bad. So like I couldn't do my morning cold shower, obviously, but I need to get back on that.
An ice bath. So you did it once a week every Thursday. Maybe not once a week. Sometimes you skipped weeks if you had like big exams. But yeah, you did like about once a week. That sucked. Oh my god. It only got worse too because it got colder outside, right? So it's like it first started at like 50 degrees outside and it was fine. And then it was like the most recent time you did it, like you did it right before you did it the Thursday before you left, right? So it was snowing. It was snowing when you did that. What the? That was so bad. It was so bad, but you did it.
I used to be so.
And you do it because it sucks. So like I'm proud of you for that. I bet you're still doing it. I bet you're still doing it. I feel
Well, they don't have the ice bath, so I don't do it. But the cold showers, I was still doing it until recently. But I gotta get back on that.
like I know you like that. Unless like, there's no more ice bath or something like that, but I bet you're doing it. I bet you're still doing it. Let's see. But speaking of the frat for the fall semester, it was so crazy. Like, it was amazing. Like, we had like literally one of the best fall rushes out of all of like the frats.
Oh, who's in the fall class? Okay. Huh. Wait, really? Huh. Okay.
Super super cool. Like, the guys are really nice. We also like we always try to make the house better, right? So, but like, we got like a new speaker system, a new lighting system. We redid the party area.
remember that. That
A
was
lot,
fun.
lot of things got revamped. Yeah, internally as well, that I won't mention. But yeah, no, you guys did so well this semester. I have here, you gave out 240 bands during Halloween. That was crazy. Even
242. I think it was 242. Yeah, no one's ever breaking that record.
for you, like, I remember when you were rushing, you gave out like 50 60 bands, and that was like more than most of the brothers anyways, which was like crazy. And then like once you became I guess like
Triple
fresh,
digits?
no, actually like in the fall you gave out like 100 something bands, and you're like, oh shit, like, I guess this is the new normal. But like, that was cool. And then 240 during Halloween was nuts. Won't happen again. Actually, maybe St. Patrick's Day or maybe Halloween again
No,
for
it got
2025.
canceled. Got canceled. The St. Patrick's Day party got canceled. And then this fall, I'm not part of the frat.
That was kind of cool. Model for the Cornell store again. Nothing crazy. This one was really small, and this was just
Yeah, actually, that's one was
just like some basic apparel wear. Yeah, this is a semesterly tradition. I hope you're still doing it. You went to
Still doing
CFS, the Cornell Film Society. You actually went
Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay, I met a couple people there. Yeah, I remember that. Wow, I only went like once, but okay, I remember. Yeah, fun.
there to see if you could get your hands on a drone. I remember that. And you didn't.
did?
They don't
Oh, I did do that. Yeah, I remember. I know who I can get a drone. I have like 2 friends I can get drones from, so it's fine.
have a drone because I guess for some reason you thought they had a drone, but you stayed because those guys are super cool, and you met this. I mean, it's always so awesome to see people that have like the same passion as you, because you're so weird. But it's good to find people that are kind of like you. Oh, how's that bet going with Matisse? Where if you
okay. I think that just ended after the semester, so low key should.
eat unhealthy, you gotta give them money. So I reinstated that. I think I want to say middle of the semester, maybe beginning middle of the semester.
I think that was fine. I think it's just like once spring hit, it was like I was doing okay.
Where it's like, okay, if I eat unhealthy food that I'm not offered, I gotta give them like $20, and then it doubles every time, so 40, 80, 160. And it was just to help watch my diet. And the reason I have like that clause in there for like, oh, it's only if you're offered, is because if it's someone's like birthday, right?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Wow. Okay, I low key should get back on that too. Wow. Oh my god, I'm like falling off. I'm falling off.
And they have like cake, they offer it to me. I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, I can't eat it because of blah, 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 blah. It's like, it's just have, you have a little bit. So if someone offers you, you can have a little bit, but besides that, like, you can't. And also, if you tell someone about the clause and then they offer it to you on purpose, you cannot. That's cheating too. But yeah, I wonder how that's going. I hope you're still doing it, and I hope you haven't gotten worse. So like,
No, you need to do that again.
right now, I've given them $20. So I failed once. So next
Oh,
time
I
I do
think-
it, I have to give them 40. I hope you're still at that.
I think I gave him 40 one time. I think I remember giving him 40. 80. I don't think I've done that. I had something similar where if I like go off task and I like go onto YouTube, I had to give another one of my good friends like $50, and I like failed that twice, which hurt a lot. So I did that until to prep for my MCAT for a little bit.
Like 20. But the reason I failed was because it was over Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving the dining halls were serving this strawberry cheesecake, and I was like,
Worth 20.
okay, I'll pay $20 for that. It wasn't worth $20. Like, it was good. It was good cheesecake, good strawberry cheesecake. But I really want to try it. But I'm like, all right, but nah, it's not worth it. So I haven't broken it since, and I hope you haven't. But speaking of Thanksgiving, holy shit, we're at 50 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna like speed run this. But
I'm
speaking
at
of Thanksgiving,
an
it was really fun. I mean, it's like that feeling where you're like driving on a freeway, like windows down, just blasting music, and there's nobody on the freeway. It's like so nice. It's like you're just in the house, just like singing and dancing to music. It was so fun. It was so fun this year.
That was like a top 5 moment of the year. That was some like solid like S tier alone time. That was so nice.
Spotify Wrapped, that was crazy. So we're at the end of the year now. So I'll show 2023 Spotify Wrapped before. That was really funny.
So 2024 Spotify Rap. This was Guilty Conscience, like 957, and I only listened to it for like a couple months because like I canceled my Spotify Premium or something like that. I only had it for a couple months, and I was like, oh yeah, there's no way I did anything, and then oh my god.
And then Spotify, I actually didn't think Spotify Wrapped was gonna be that insane, because like I was like, all right, well, like I canceled my Spotify in May, and I was like, all right, well, I don't really use it. So I was like, let's see what's up. So I check it, and this pops up, and I was like, that's fucking crazy, because like it's the same artist, and it's like also 900 something times, because you still listen to music on loop because you're a fucking psycho. But yeah, no, I just thought that was funny. I don't expect, like, I'm guessing you didn't have a Spotify Wrapped this year because you don't have Spotify.
Ooh, this story is even worse this year. I'll tell it in my next video, but it's worse. It's crazy. It's a crazy story.
Anki remote for this is for Christmas now. This is for Christmas now. But
I still have
Travis got you an Anki remote.
have it.
Hold on, let me see. Have it. Oh, got it. This thing is, I love this so much. You're such a nerd, bro. I love this. But it's like, yeah, it just like does the things for you, so you don't have to like hit the numbers on the computer. So, it's helpful. I will say the thing I don't like about it is what it does is like for example, like if I'm really trying to study for something, like do like some Anki cards, then like if the question and answer comes up, then I'll like try to like I'll write like I'll look at the question and I'll try to write the answer down just for like even further solidification. But with the remote, you just hit like reveal answer, like wrong, right, whatever. So I lose that aspect. So it's like, okay, I feel like I'll only use it if
reduces
I'm like
friction though.
doing
so
like
that's
really
fine.
really passive. Yeah, you know what I mean, like really passive like Anki studying. So I wonder if you're still using this. But that was so cool. I was like so happy when he got it for me. It was amazing.
Definitely
Okay, two more
still
things
using
for the end of the semester because
Two
it's going way too
things?
long. Lightsaber photo shoot. So I hope this better have come out
Oh,
by
yeah,
now.
it
That's
came
why
out.
I'm saying it. It should have come out by now.
Came
So
out.
you've had this idea since freshman year, like literally freshman year. It's insane. I don't know. I find it so cool that like so many of these like ideas that you can have, these creative ideas, can like come out years later.
I said
But
that-
this really should have come out by now.
Yeah, it came out.
Because Matisse actually bought some real fucking lightsabers, $100 lightsabers, which are like so cool. And when he bought them, I'm like, you know, how about we just do that photo shoot that I like pitched like randomly like a year and a half ago, and so we did. So
And I
actually,
fucked
we did it 3 times. We did 3 times. The first 2 times were test runs. So the first one, we did like a test run with the lightsabers. Second one, actually, I was intending for it to be the actual photo shoot. I told him it was a test run, and it technically was a test run because if things go wrong, we can just redo it again. And something went wrong because I literally
Shot
took
JPEG?
the photos in JPEG instead of RAW, like a fucking idiot. So we have to redo it again. But the JPEGs turned out really, really nice.
Yeah,
Obviously, the JPEGs are better than any iPhone photo could ever take. But if I took them in RAW, they could be even better. They could look so much better. So hopefully by now you posted these like. And the thing I love about this photo shoot is not anything to do with Star Wars. Like I know you know, like we're not Star Wars people. Maybe you've seen Star Wars by now, but like I haven't seen any of the Star Wars things
No,
at all. I saw
same.
Clone Wars when I was a little kid, but not Star Wars guy. But I love like the layers and the mirroring that's going on. So like at least the plan is, and maybe things change, but the plan is to post exactly on May 4th at like as soon as we get up like 7 a.m. or whatever, like May 4th, which is like Star Wars Day, right? So the first photo is gonna be like
Okay, first photo is like a half thing of both him and me, and then it was gonna be like us back to back, I think, and then it was like a warrior pose, and then it was us fighting but from different angles, I think.
our respect. Like he's the light side and I'm the dark side because he loves Anakin Skywalker. So I'm like, okay, I'll play the other side. So like he's the light side, I'm the dark side. The first photo is like us like with the line with the lightsaber
Okay.
covering half of our face, and then the second one is
Back
like
to back.
the same exact shot but back to back.
Yeah.
And the third one is like the warrior
Fight.
pose, and the fourth one is like the battle. But they're gonna be
Okay.
different perspectives because they're different Instagram posts, right? So he's the
Yeah,
light side, so it's gonna
yeah.
be from his perspective, and then my post is gonna be from my perspective. It's gonna be so cool. I just love the layering that's going on there. I hope it's out by now. The last thing I want to talk about was also a lot of Matisse in this. New phone, kind of ish. So this is an iPhone 6. This is Matisse's old
6S.
iPhone 6 that he was about to trade into T-Mobile. They were gonna give him $9 for this shit.
$9.
So he's like, nah, fuck it, I'll just give it to Ralph. But yeah, no, he gave it to me, and I want to use it as an experiment to see like if I transfer everything from my iPhone 12, 13, 14, 15, I don't know what this one
14.
is. Transfer like the phone and the messages and everything useful like the email onto this phone, and then I'll keep everything useless on this phone. So like I don't say Slack is useless, but like YouTube or Instagram or whatever, like if I want to post like a reel, then I just like go onto this phone and post it. But like I don't want to have Instagram on like this phone that I actually use, right? So like I'll have Anki on this phone or whatever, GPS as well. But yeah, just another experiment to see like if I can reduce screen time even more, because you know if there's a possibility for improvement, why not try it out? If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I feel like I expect like 30% chance that this thing is gonna.
No, it actually did. Well, okay, so it didn't work as well as I thought it was gonna work because that phone has like garbage battery, and it doesn't have cellular either, which is fine. So like I had messages and I had Anki. Those were the main 2 things I used for it. But the thing is just it like died so fast, so I would end up using like my pink phone, which is fine. I also kept like the 6S on black and white like totally. So what I did was I actually got a new phone this year, and so it replaced the 6. I'll talk about it in my next one, but I'm basically running like a different version of the same experiment, and it actually worked. Yeah, like I really like it. So
Like I don't know if it will, but I think it's super interesting. Okay. One last thing before I go to like final thoughts. I said earlier that there was a Fortnite thing, and I'm bringing that back because
Fortnite.
I'm kind of lumping them together. So, in the fall, there are 2 massive Fortnite. This is so stupid. Fortnite W's that were insane. Like I don't know what the fuck happened. So you know that you suck at Fortnite,
Yeah,
and I know that
you-
I suck.
you are
And
terrible.
we both know that Matisse is really good. So he carries you the fuck through all the games.
Oh, was this when we
and
won
so
last second
we
with
played.
the-
This is freshman spring. I was actually recording a video of myself playing. We were playing a game. We only played one game. We played one game, and we like landed together, and we were like doing whatever. And then he
One for this
dies.
try.
We get into 2v2, and he dies. And I'm like, oh,
remember
okay,
that.
well if he dies, it's over. Because that's what happens
Yeah.
90% of the time.
Yeah.
If he dies, I die.
I
So I'm
remember
like,
that.
all right, fuck it, it's over. But then as both of them are charging at me, I kill one of them.
Yeah.
Somehow, I don't know.
And
And
then
then
take
the
his
second
shotgun.
guy, because I ran out of ammo killing out the first guy, I'm like running around in circles on this giant rock, and I'm like, oh, it's over, it's so over, it's so over. And then in the middle of me running around, because the other guy's missing his shots miraculously, I like drop my gun and pick up the gun from the guy that I just killed, and I use his
kill him.
teammate's gun to kill him. somehow. I don't know how. Don't know how. And Matisse is like screaming. I'm screaming. And then I go like reboot him. And the thing is, we ended up winning that game. And that was our first game. That was insane. So freshman spring, crazy run. The second one was also our first game. So like I've been pretty busy this fall, and like we
This
didn't
is
play at
when I
all.
used
But
the
we
sword
have this like kind
at
of
the very
tradition.
end.
Hopefully it's still tradition. But we just like play Fortnite and like we get
Still a
at least one
tradition.
win per semester. And we were actually about to not even get a reservation for the gaming lounge. We had to pray that someone missed their reservation time by 10 minutes so we could steal a computer. And we did, and that happened. So we played our first game, and we got to win. We got to win. And not only did we get a win, but we accidentally queued for build mode because I don't know how to build. Like I'm shit, but I'm even more useless if we're like doing the building because I don't know how to do that shit. I just know how to like kind of aim because I used to play games when I was younger. And so in the final fight, I was like hiding, and like some guy like passed me and like didn't see me. And then like I don't know, I got some stupid no skill melee sword weapon, and I just like went up to him and I was just like fucking just like spam clicking, and I killed the last guy. And it was so funny because it was our first game and we weren't supposed to win. That was so funny. That's actually so funny. I know that's gonna be like not interesting to anybody except for like me and him. But we were like screaming in the gaming lounge. We like no idea how that happened. But finally, it's moving on to right now. We're at the end of 2024.
Okay.
So kind of wrapping this up. I'm working on 2 projects. One is like Chinese 2.
Oh yeah, I studied the entire semester in over winter break. 6 credit class. Well, I didn't finish, but like I got very very close to finishing, because I knew my next course load was even worse than the fall course load, and so I tried to alleviate it.
I have the PDF for Chinese 2.
Yeah,
I got it.
I stole the textbook somehow. Well, I know how I did it, but yeah, I got the textbook for the next class before they gave it to us.
I don't want to say how I got it, but I got it. And so I just spent like 6 hours transcribing the entire PDF into Anki. So we're going to see if I can get through 2,600 flashcards. Probably not. 2,600 flashcards in 4 weeks, now 3.5. That's one. And then the second one is the care recorder, like the typing 250 words per minute video.
Okay.
I know that if I focus on both, I'm going to get neither of them.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, I remember working on it. I do remember working on the project. So.
But you know, it is what it is. Like I do want to focus on both of them and just see like how far I can get on each of them. So that is that. Last section, I have predictions. I made some predictions last year. It's nothing crazy. I hope you look a little skinnier. Like, dude, you're kind of fat, dude. Like,
Bro, throwing shots. I guess the fact that I didn't immediately think of, oh shoot, he looks kind of big, which means I'm kind of big. I'm like 150. And so I think I stabilized at 150. I didn't really exercise, so I can't like be mad about it. Like I said, I'll get back to exercising. Hopefully, like at the very latest, like in like the back half of the year, because the first half of 2026 is going to be so bad. So I don't once again expect to consistently exercise. So I'm not too mad about it. And 2025 was so tough. So, but
freshman fall. You went from 135 to 155. That's crazy, dude. What the fuck? I don't know how you let that happen. Now you're like 150, so it's a little bit better. But like, dude, you gotta like. Oh. Ooh, okay. So I hope you look a little skinnier. I hope the first thing that when you click on this video, you're like, oh man, you're kind of fat. Because that's what I did for the other video, the 2023 video. I looked at that. Well, I said something else. I was like, oh, you're so ugly, which is so stupid. But that's what I said the first thing when I clicked on like my old video. But yeah, I hope you made at least a couple long form videos. Like I honestly have no idea what I want to make. Like
I didn't make any long form.
I don't want to make that
videos
daily life in a Cornell student video. Like
yeah, I mean, look, it's okay. Like some things I didn't do because academics were taking up like all of my time. So once again, I'm not mad at it. Obviously, I can't have it all. Like I would rather have it all, but I know it's not possible. So
it feels so like boring, but at the same time, like it feels like that's one of those things like the how I got into Cornell thing. It's like a video that I'm not sure if I want to make, but I know it'll get views. So it's like I don't know if I want to make it. But like maybe part of me does want to make it because it is kind of interesting a little bit. But I'm also such an unorthodox student in like how I live my life at Cornell. So we'll see. Maybe I'll make that. But I hope you at least made like a couple long form videos.
Nah.
Oh shit, you're about to go to Cornell in Washington.
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay, well best of luck in that. I hope everything.
Thank you. I'm actually very excited. Well, I am excited, but because like my MCAT got postponed, I'm not as excited as I could be. But I am still excited.
If you're still running with that plan, I hope that was fine. I hope the summer was fine. I don't know what you chose, whether you stayed on the project team or whether you went to China. Oh shit, you're studying for the MCAT, aren't you? Oh my god, no, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, that was so bad. That was like the worst part of 2025. Because I didn't hit my goal, so I had to postpone it.
Easy. Okay. Well, best of luck, I guess. That's fucking nuts. You also took physics and you took Orgo 2 and you took biochem as well. So I hope those went okay. You're taking biochem in the spring and then Orgo 2 in the fall. You're going off cycle, and I know why you're going off cycle. So I hope that went okay because that's a very risky.
So well. It was so risky, but it went so well because nobody does that. Nobody goes backwards in the sequence, especially after you've already taken Orgo 1. Nobody goes backwards. It was a risky move, but it paid off so well.
Thing to do, man. Oh my god, 2025 is gonna be crazy, dude. I'm a little scared. I'm actually a little scared. But you know, just like last year when I was like borderline like tearing up when I thought that 2024 academics freshman spring were hard, and they were hard, and I was very busy. But looking back on it, it was like chill. I know you're gonna get stronger. So best of luck with everything. Oh, one more thing. Speaking of predictions, Mom and the girls are always gonna ask you if you got a girlfriend. Um, if I actually had to guess,
Actually, you know what? Like, mom and the girls don't ask anymore. It's always dad that asks. Like, what? I don't. I'm random, but
like probably not. Probably not. Like maybe 30% chance, but like I don't know. That would be so funny. So they're gonna keep asking, but it's always like I don't know, man. Like I focus on school, so it is what it is. But yeah,
Sure.
I'll see you at the end of 2025. And I know you're recording this. I know you're recording like a reaction. So go edit that. Hope you had a good 2025, and go record that 20.
That was good. That was, dude. I love making these videos. Obviously, not everything ages perfectly, which is fine. But like, that's the cost of making this video, and I love making these videos. It's so awesome. I'm gonna record my end of 2026 one. That one, I low key have a feeling that one's gonna be even longer because I took so long to go through all the notes and like so much stuff happened as per usual. I'll edit this one tomorrow. And I'll post it. It's always nice to kind of look back at the end of the year and see like all the stuff that one I forgot that I did, but two, I guess just like how I grow and change because like every year stuff happens and I'm glad I'm at the point where I'm still at the point where like I feel like I change every year, like things happen, and I can look back on like good memories and stuff. So anyways, I'm gonna go record that 2026 one because it's like 1 a.m. and it's probably gonna take another hour. So I'll see ya.